Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I've been MIA this past weekend, and it was probably one of the worst times to go on a little weekend trip that I did because we got a lot of news. Mando episode dropped. Um, I unfortunately wasn't able to cover any of it while it was all coming out. I would think I was all over Twitter with it. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, follow me on Twitter. So I took a weekend trip up to the mountains, so there was no cell signal for me to cover this stuff, and I was all the news was dropping um, right around as I was like almost up there. So I was just getting like flooded through on Twitter and everything. I was just like driving with one eye on the road and like another eye on like all the Twitter notifications about everything because I had like the account like Star Wars stuff. I had like their push notifications turned on. Um, but yeah, so it was pretty crazy. There was a Mando episode, of course, which I have now watched. I watched it last night. I didn't get a chance to watch it over when it came out like normal. I tried watching it when I was up on my trip, and then I was gonna like record a little video myself of my thoughts about it, but I wasn't able to load it to watch it. So I watched it now that I'm home, and yeah, I can get into that. Sorry, this isn't in a normal reaction type video, but it's really the best I could do for this week under the circumstances. So next week for the season finale, we will definitely have regular reaction video up. But as far as this episode goes, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty good. I did not know that Bill Burr was that good of an actor. We'll talk about that later, though. There was so much kind of unpack in this episode. First off, the Boba's new armor that we saw like right away. Well, not new armor, but the refurbished, repainted of his own armor. I have mixed feelings about it. I thought it looked cool. I didn't mind that. I don't think, however, though, like it's in Boba's character to restore it to the degree that he did. Like I definitely think he would have wanted to restore it a little bit because it was really, really bad looking. But Mandalorians a lot of times show their battle scars through their armor, and I don't think Boba quite would have just completely wiped it all away and with brand new paint the way that was shown. But I mean, honestly, like it's not a huge deal. You know, the dent is still in there in the helmet, but other than that, I don't think there was too many issues with it. It looked cool. Getting to see the inside of the Slave One when like when they were taking off after picking up Mayfeld, and seeing how the main the hull of the Slave One kind of rotates around like it's on a giant gyroscope. I thought that was really cool looking, because that was always kind of something logistically like I wondered about, just thought about. I wonder if that's based on some old like concept art designs. I feel like it probably is. I don't think they just made that up, but I can check and look into it. Maybe I'll do a video on it. The chase scene with the Rhydonium was kind of cool, and I felt like it gave us a weird like perspective, putting them in Imperial shoes for a second, and like because they were fighting for their lives there, those pirates were going to kill them with the Rhydonium, and it's not that they wanted to be helping the Empire, but they had to get to get the information they needed and to get access to that base. I thought it was interesting. I definitely want to see like more content come out, like from an Imperial point of view, like from a Stormtrooper's point of view. Like we've gotten close to some of that, but we've never actually gotten like the full on like this is like a daily Stormtrooper's life or whatever, and maybe they don't necessarily agree with everything. I feel like we've gotten really close to seeing like glimpses of that, and we have seen glimpses of that, whether it be from Solo when Han was a stormtrooper. It doesn't even have to be like a show or anything. Like it's just something. Like maybe like if they were to do like a video short that would be like canon, like a day in the life of a stormtrooper, like a regular stormtrooper, saw his opinions on the galaxy. I thought that would be pretty cool. His experiences, his opinions on the galaxy, his or hers. And then the whole Din taking off his armor to put on that stormtrooper armor. That was like tough. I knew it was like gonna be kind of crazy, but him actually like doing it and going through with it. It just I think it shows you how much he cares about Grogu and how much he wants him back. He's literally willing to do anything. Just like Bill Burr said when they're riding the transport. He said everyone has that line that they won't cross until I think he says like until the time comes that they need to cross it or something along those lines is what he said. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Because we get in there, he needs to take his helmet off and actually show his face to others, and he does it. And that was an incredibly like powerful moment. So like personally, and now knowing what we know about how the whole no showing your face thing is like an extremist Death Watch uh, ideology for the Children of the Watch. I don't necessarily agree with it. Like I'm much more lined up on the lines of like Bo-Katan and Boba Fett and all of them that show their faces and most other Mandalorians we've seen throughout all of Star Wars. I think that him meeting those other Mandalorians now with those things, I think it played a huge factor in his decision to do it. Whether or not we see it again, we'll find out. But that was an incredibly powerful moment. And then of course, when they're sitting around the table, and this is where Bill Burr and his incredible acting skills that I did not know he had come to play, because when he's sitting there talking to that officer about Operation Cinder and what happened, and the officer is playing it off. You can see in his face with every word that officer says, he just gets angrier and angrier. And there's one point where he's about to well up and cry, and it was so insane to watch. I was looking at this like, oh my god, the acting, the directing is insane. It was incredible. Um, I want to see more of Mayfeld for sure. I personally, I think seeing what we've seen from him and Cara Dune, I think that this Rangers of the New Republic show that was announced on Thursday, um, I think that is where we could be seeing them. I think for sure that's going to be Cara Dune's show, maybe. But I think we could definitely be seeing more Mayfeld in that show specifically, because he could end up, you could see how much he hated the Empire after everything he went through with it. Him helping establish the New Republic, I think, could be a cool storyline. Yeah, and especially when he took that shot. He took that shot in the end to blow up the entire base, and you could just see it on his face. And then he turned to Mando and he gave him the line, "We all need to sleep at night," which goes back to what he was talking about earlier in the episode, where he said, if you can sleep at night, you're doing okay in my book," or something along those lines. But yeah, there was some. This was a fantastic episode. Also, how epic was that to see and hear the second greatest sound in all of Star Wars, the sonic charge, come from the Slave One again? That was awesome. And yes, I did say the second greatest sound in all of Star Wars, because the first greatest sound is not one many of you will probably think of, but the greatest sound in all of Star Wars is actually the sounds of the laser fire hitting the energy shield in the Phantom Menace. That is a fantastic sound. Moving on, I think Rick Famuyima, I hope I'm saying that right. I think he's an incredible director. That was awesome. The storytelling was good. Uh, well, the storytelling was great. The depth that he went into Mayfeld's character, and his a lot of where you see a lot of his psyche come out. Um, I think that it. I think that ended up being one of the best moments in the entire show of The Mandalorian. That was pretty crazy and incredible to watch. I hope we should be seeing a lot more from him, I would think. Yeah, again, sorry for not having a regular video this week. I just I picked the worst time to go on a little vacation, but we all got all this news as Star Wars fans, and we're all gonna have fun with it. So I can't wait to see what comes out, what more comes out, and I can't wait for the last episode of the second season. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.